Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into some really powerful strategies from Robert Greene's The 33 Strategies of War. Why? So we can figure out how to start winning the battles in our own lives. So let's just start with a direct question, and I want you to really think about this. What is the single biggest problem you're facing right now? Just get it clear in your head. Okay, now ask yourself this. How long has this problem been weighing on you? A few months? A year? Maybe even longer. And here's the final and most important question. Be honest with yourself. Are you actually fighting this problem, or are you just enduring it? Just hoping it'll eventually go away on its own. You see, there's a huge difference. Most people, and this is why they stay stuck, they endure. But today, we're learning how to fight, and how to fight smart, using two timeless strategies that have worked for centuries. Okay, let's dive right in. Our first strategy is all about focus, and it's called the Polarity Strategy. And to really understand it, we've got to go all the way back to 401 BCE. So imagine this scene. You have 10,000 elite Greek soldiers, and they are completely trapped, deep in enemy territory. Their mission has totally failed, their employer is dead, and to make things worse, their generals have just been captured and beheaded. For 5 long days, it was just total chaos. With no clear enemy on the outside, what did they do? They turned on each other. All their energy turned inward, blaming, arguing, fighting. They were on the verge of total self-destruction. And then a common soldier, a guy named Xenophon, he stands up. And he uses what we now call the Polarity Strategy. He gave them a new enemy. He declared that their real enemy wasn't some person. It wasn't even the Persian army. It was the vast 2,400-kilometer journey standing between them and their families. And just like that, this one clear external target focused all of their energy outward. Now, what's so fascinating about this is how the exact same strategy can lead to either salvation or complete destruction. See, Xenophon chose an external obstacle, a journey, and in doing so, he united his people. But Hitler, he chose an internal enemy, his own citizens, and unleashed nothing but hatred and ruin. So the crucial point here is choosing the right enemy. So before you decide to go to war with a coworker or a family member, ask yourself the simple question. If I win this fight, if I defeat this person, does my actual problem get solved? The real enemy is almost always an obstacle, not a person. Okay, let's move on and see how this all connects. Our second strategy is a warning against getting stuck in the past. It's really about breaking patterns that no longer serve you. The year is 1612. The legendary swordsman Kojiro, who was undefeated in over 100 duels, is waiting for his opponent, the equally famous Miyamoto Musashi. So Kojiro's pattern was always the same. Show up on time, use his perfect, famous technique, and win quickly. But Musashi, he just shattered every single one of those expectations. Kojiro, furious and completely thrown off by this break in the pattern, attacked rashly. Musa just calmly dodged the attack, said this famous quote, and then won the entire duel with a single strike from his wooden oar. So why did he lose? Well, Kojiro's brain was stuck on a pattern, a program that had worked 100 times before. It made him totally predictable. But Musashi understood that the world is always changing, and so your tactics have to change with it. And this isn't just some story about ancient duels. This kind of thing happens literally every single day in the corporate world. This slide just says it all, doesn't it? These absolute giants. They all fell because they were obsessed with the exact patterns that had once made them so successful. I mean, think about it. Nokia completely ignored the smartphone. Kodak actually invented the digital camera, but then buried the technology to protect its film business. And Blockbuster literally laughed at Netflix. They were all fighting the last war, and every single one of them lost. So what does all this mean for you? In your life, right now? How do you avoid this trap? Look, the takeaway here is simple, but it is incredibly powerful. First, focus your energy outward on a real problem, a real obstacle. Stop the internal blame game. And second, you've got to recognize when your old, comfortable methods just aren't working anymore. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. So reflect on this. What is the old war, the old pattern, the old way of thinking that you are still